What a beautiful day. Out in the desert again. Check it out. Got my two best friends with me. There's. What should we talk about today? Taking the gap to freedom. Well, what is the gap? Let's define what the gap is. These days, there's a lot of distractions, and it's designed to get a reaction. And so, if you're not practicing taking the gap, you just automatically react to it. With an emotion, our emotions trigger, then you react. And sometimes the reactions we have don't necessarily reflect what we want them to. Sometimes we might have to go apologize to some people after we react. So if you want peace, you can't be going to war because you see something that causes you to react. So what the gap is, check out the moss. The gap is like the moss. See? It's that little space in between whatever stimulates you, and instead of reacting, you get clarity. You respond with purpose and intent. This way, you're running your own ship. Somebody else isn't steering the boat. If you got somebody else steering the ship, you may not like where you're going and where you end up. So this is what we call taking the gap to freedom. It's that small little gap in between whatever stimulates you and the response you give. And most of the time it could just be a reaction. And that's just due to all the nonsense that's cluttered up in your field that got collected there from the past, from all the social conditioning. And there's still conditioning. You can just turn on social media, doom scroll for a while, you're conditioned. Check out this specimen. Look at that. That is a nice specimen. I'm not sure what it is, but it's very interesting. What is this, honey? Some type of rose quartz or something? Look at it.
It's like some kind of granite.
Granite. Pink granite.
It's got quartz in it.
Well, granite does.
Yeah.
Okay. Bring that home. We'll use it in our chem busters. I'm going to make some chem busters. Even though I probably don't need them because we can influence reality. Anyway. So, just ask yourself the question. This is a practical application here. Ask yourself the question. Are you just reacting to what's going on? Or are you responding with clarity and purpose and intent? Because really, that small little gap in between, that's really who you are. Everybody thinks, well, they're this identity. See, what happens? We start building this identity, and then we start living like that's us. Like, oh, I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, and that's who you are. But in reality, that's just a persona, just a mask you wear. It's just a description. And so the whole world is just a description. So if we just make ever slight little changes, just little teeny changes, the next thing you know, you'll be popping into a new reality, one of your choosing, where it's beautiful, gorgeous, peace is abundant, prosperity, there's plenty for everybody. I mean, how could there not be? It's the whole thing's made out of, it's moldable. It's like this moldable energy that can be shaped and formed into what what you desire. What's going on? Excuse me, but that's some of those biological weapons they've been spraying in the sky, and you know, for example, let's take those contrails that they're spraying that apparently don't have anything in them. But after they get done spraying, you start getting sick. Well, what is that? I think it's some kind of biological weapon. And so what's the response to that? Well, maybe an EMP in all their equipment, disabling everything. You know, you can create reality. That's what they're so scared of. That's why they keep you distracted. Because once you find out who you are, you know, sky's the limit. Because really, you are the creator. You are the one. So when we get to our creative aspect and start creating the life we love, there goes the bunny. You guys missed the bunny. Start creating the life you love, then once everybody starts doing that, we got an entire different reality. And we don't need all these yin yang yo ho fucktards trying to run the show, control, completely insane with, you know, we don't need it. So quit watching it. Just quit participating. Just don't give them anything. And work on your own life. And remember, when you get stimulated, just stop. Just stop for those 3 seconds. Count to 3. And see just take a look at what your best possible scenario would be. And then live into that. I mean, what really works is focusing on what happened. Like most of the time somebody says something. Well, that's just all that really happened. Somebody just said something. But, you know, it triggers some kind of reaction in us due to the past conditioning, and then you react to it. You're right here. I think we'll turn around. We've walked far enough today. We're going to turn around. That's if you know what I mean, just leave a comment and tell me what you think. Give it a thumbs up. And stay tuned for more, you know, because we're going to be talking about this kind of stuff, because it's time everybody woke up to who they are. And you know, to do that, you got to start working on yourself. You know, you might have to go through a dark night of the soul, and that's okay. But it might take a little while. Better get started. If you need some assistance getting the field clean, give me a holler. I can identify stuff. Once things can be identified, they can be cleared. So let's identify stuff that's going on and let's get rid of it. Yeah, it takes some time, man. Look, man, if you're 30, 40, 50 years old, 60, then you've had a lot of time to mess things up. Things are stuck in your field. Some of you might even be having like pain in the body. It's so lodged in there. It just takes a little bit of time to get rid of it, but it is possible. I did it. I can do it. Anybody can do it. Love you guys. Peace. Have a good one.